What's up, you guys? It's Jasmine Raya, and I'm back with another episode. And on today's episode of I Can't Make This Up, we're going to be talking about the allegations that Chris Stokes has been having come against him in the last week or so. Again, y'all, I like to take my time when reporting certain news, especially news as touchy as this, because you never know if it is actually true or just an allegation. So what I like to do is kind of just give myself some time to do some research, see what people are really saying, and then kind of make my decision based off of what I have heard. Because I do know that people will also go to great lengths to make sure that certain things are not heard so that certain people don't believe it or don't take it a certain way, right? So with that, I have an open ear to the majority, the minority rather than majority. I don't know how to explain it. Like the people that we really are told not to listen to, I listen to their stories too, just in case I'm missing something from the person that wanted me to see something a certain way, right? Okay, so again, let's go ahead and get in this video. I'm going to play a clip from a renowned TikToker. I follow her. She's always on the news. She's always reporting pretty well. And she does not hesitate to give facts. Shout out to It's the Shark, okay? It's the Shark definitely does a good job on reporting things like this, and she's been keeping up with this news. So I'll start to insert some clips of her work so that you guys can actually get context. But I do want to shout her out because this is not my work. This is her work that she's done. In the meantime, you guys, I do want to go ahead and let you know, if you haven't already subscribed to the channel, go ahead and hit that subscription button so that you can get notified when I do post more videos like these, as well as hitting the like button to let YouTube know that we are here. I'm going to play this video for y'all, and then I want to know, I'm going to tell y'all what I think, and then, I want to know what you think about this. So let's get into it.
So allegedly, Marqueshouston is accused of SA. And who's accusing him? Former B2K member razb. And since I can remember, he's been accusing Chris Stokes of SA. The stuff I came across, the stuff I heard, I can't even play it on my page because it would violate the community guidelines. In the clip I came across, razb said me and Boog was in the room together. Chris made us do stuff together.
Boog was in the room together. Chris Stokes put us in the room together and made us do stuff together.
Allegedly, Chris is a part of the boule. And in that society, it's common practice to be intimate with young men and underage males.
Do you know Sean Combs?
Puff Daddy?
Yeah.
P. Diddy, whatever you call himself these days. Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, he's part of what's called the boule.
But let's be real, we're not strangers to these stories in the entertainment industry. If you don't know too much about Chris Stokes, he's a former record exec. He bought out B2K, Omarion, Janae Aiko, and Marqueshouston. Demario Thornton, aka razb, is a cousin of Chris Stokes, and he came out accusing Chris Stokes and Marqueshouston of essaying him when he was underage. Label mate Quindontarver even came out giving details of how Chris Stokes watched as Marqueshouston essayed him. I don't want to air the information on this page because it is that graphic. During the clip, razb then starts to describe Chris Stokes' bedroom during a conversation he was having with Quindontarver on the phone. razb describes the bed as a high wooden bed, and next to the bed, it had a jar with change in it.
Are you talking about that wooden bed Chris had, that real high wooden bed?
Yes.
Yeah, I know about that bed. Hey, on the side of that bed, on the left of it, was it that little glass jar with the change in it and the little futon? Was there a little?
How do you know about that? Because you were younger than me.
Huh?
How do you know about that? I said, how do you know about that? You were younger than me, so how do you know about that?
Quentin, I'm trying to tell you, I walked through the same thing that you walked through. It was in that room too. That happened I believe that happened twice. Once there, and then one time in Vegas, it was me, Marcus, and Chris.
Quindon now is in shock. He was like, yo, how do you even know that? You're younger than me. How do you know that? razb replied with, I walk that walk. Quindon, who had promising opportunities lost them when he spoke up about the SA. He developed substance abuse and it spiraled out of control. At the age of 38, Quindon passed away on April 1st of 2021 in Dallas, Texas in a car accident. It is said that the driver lost control, left the travel portion of the roadway, struck the center concrete barrier, veered back across the highway, and struck a guardrail. Marquez and Chris Stokes have both denied the allegations. Marquez went as far as filing a restraining order against razb. Stokes responded saying that the allegations are false, that he's married with 4 kids. He's not a CM and he's going to sue. But he never sued razb. And there's no proof of this because I didn't see it, but allegedly he had his hands involved somewhere with the B2K members. Allegedly. But if you remember, Diddy was on the 2002 track with B2K, Bump Bump Bump. That song was written and produced by none other than R. Kelly. Like, that's not already weird.
All right, so y'all just heard that video. So that really unpacks so much. Again, I told y'all I haven't been reporting on certain things because I just started doing this type of reporting on YouTube about 2 weeks ago, right? So I'm not going to go back and reiterate things that we already kind of been looking at. But moving forward, I will cover what I see coming up. So just to touch, y'all see that Jonathan Odie clip that she put in there. I do want to let y'all know Tisa Tells did some research and she noticed that not only is Jonathan Odie still kind of missing, but remember when they said and they told us, y'all just pipe down. He is in prison or he could be, somewhere getting shipped to the next situation or whatever the case is. But they said that he was okay. Even after the little hoax came out about him being deceased. Follow me here because this January 11th, y'all, in 2024, he was supposed to have a court date again. Now, for the last 6 years, his court dates have been deferred. This is after this man came out and alleged that there was some type of Illuminati situation called the Boule. Stick with me because we just heard these words, y'all. Now, the Boule, according to Jonathan Odie and other people, is the chapter of the Illuminati that Diddy allegedly owns or Diddy allegedly is a sacred member of, right? So when you see people putting up the bees and stuff, it is being insinuated that they are a part of that. Allegedly, okay? So let's go back because now they're saying that Chris Stokes is a person that's a part of this Boule. So if Chris Stokes is a part of the Boule, wouldn't he do the things that are done in the Boule, right? So I didn't really want to believe this. I was looking at it. I just feel like it's so much being put on us at one time about all this homosexual stuff and all this grooming and this doing stuff against your will. It's overwhelming to me, and I'm not even the victim of these situations, So I didn't want to cover it at first, but now that I'm looking at it, and again, shout out to It's the Shark because she has a way of ironing things out so that people like me can understand what's really going on. I want to know what y'all think. Do y'all think that it's a coincidence that, and rest in peace to the guy that actually passed, again, at this point in the situation, you never even know if it was really because of what they say it was or if it was due to something else, seeing as he came out about these things. Now, again, most people will be like, well, razb was on the phone with him exposing these allegations and he's still here. So again, he could have died from the causes that they said, but I will say rest in peace to that man. I hate that certain things like this happen to victims as a result of not being heard or not being able to get their voice, to a point where it's recognized. So again, I want to know what y'all think in the comments. Chris Stokes has been being accused of this. We've been hearing razb speak out, y'all. And I think we're in a temperature of the industry where it's okay to actually come with your receipts. Like, these receipts are going to be the detriment to people that have done things in the shadows. Because when you be doing stuff to people that make them feel some type of way, you'll be a fool to think that people not going to go hard for themselves. Again, it's been like a culture where most people haven't gone hard for themselves. So they know that I could do this because this person is desperate enough, or this person doesn't see it like this, or this person may be ashamed or embarrassed, so I can control the narrative. Nowadays, people ain't too embarrassed by their past. I did it. It happened to me. Matter of fact, motherfucker, you the one that did it to me. So what's up now? That's what people on nowadays. And I like, again, I said this in one of my other videos, I like the fact that this society and nowadays, they're not letting people go just because they famous. They're not letting people go just because they got money. They're holding people accountable. If you're a sicko, you're a sicko. Like, stop being a sicko, regardless of how much money, how much education you have. Stop taking advantage of people. Stop manipulating people. Stop using your power to get what you want and thinking that one day the powerless isn't going to wake up and realize that they bleed and walk and breathe the same way that you do. Again, most people be scared because they're like, oh, this person's so powerful, he can go against me, and whoop, whoop, whoop. And then now we waking up and like, well, you know, this is one person. What if all of us with a little bit of power that we do have, I don't care if it's 10% of strength in our arms, we can go attack this motherfucker. Why we got to sit here and not be okay just to watch somebody else be okay? Forget them. So I think that's the temperature that Hollywood, the rap industry, all of that is in right now. I am not the person to say that I am mad at it. You know why? Because for a lot of time, people have abused their power to demean, to uplift themselves, their own families, at the expense of other families, or at the expense, like stepping on other people's backs. And it's like, I feel bad for the person that just got their back stepped on. I don't feel bad for the person that was taking the step, you know? So again, y'all, if you haven't already subscribed to the channel, go ahead and hit that subscription button. Make sure you turn on the notifications so you can get notified when I do more videos like these. Hit that like button. That is a free way to support the channel, and it lets YouTube know that we are here as a community. Y'all tell me what you think in the comments. Do y'all think that, you know, this is something that needs to come to a head? This is something that needs to be put on the table, and Chris Stokes needs to be held accountable for what he's done, which comes in the form of settlements and losing some of the things that you may have worked so hard off the back of others to build? Y'all let me know.